This week's blogging video is extra exciting and something that I've wanted to do for a really long time. So I started my website, By Sophia Lee, when I was going into my sophomore year of college. That was 4 years ago, almost 5 years ago, and now the business is a $1 million business. We make over 7 figures a year, and I have learned so much in the past 4 years, and since doing that, I have taken so many blogging courses. If you've watched my videos before, you know that I am always talking about how powerful taking blogging courses are because they can just save you so much of that learning time instead of you trying to figure something out for months and months and months, which it legitimately takes months and months and months to like figure out a strategy for SEO, on Pinterest, your email, whatever it is that you're doing. Instead, I would take blogging courses and I would learn from another successful blogger who would teach me their strategy, and then I could go and do it on my own website, and instead of spending a year learning something, I would spend 2 weeks and I would learn it. And so it skyrocketed me into earning a lot more money quicker. And since blogging courses are so vital to me and my success, now I have blogging courses. So I like to do as much research as humanly possible while I'm considering buying one of these courses. And so I will watch anything and I will consume any information. I will read so many reviews. And so I thought this would be a helpful addition to our reviews and the other places that we talk about these courses, and just diving deep into them, what they include, who they're good for, who they're not good for, etc. Just like I said, a really big deep dive. And let's get into all that these courses entail. First up, we have Perfecting Blogging, and that was the first blogging course that I created, and it's also the first course that I recommend you taking. It's basically the dream course that I wish I had when I first started my website, and it goes over every single thing that we do within the actual website. So having a blog is not just something that you can just go randomly choose, like today I'm gonna go write, or at least for us today I'm gonna go write about shirts. Like, no, every single thing that we do on our website is so strategically thought out. So this course goes over exactly how you should have your front of your website looking, the SEO strategies we use on the front of our website, and then every single thing that goes into actually coming, like writing a blog post, like every single thing. If I'm figuring out what blog post to write, the SEO behind it, how we make sure that people are actually gonna read it, how we never ever run out of ideas, how far in advance we put the blog post out, how we create our content calendar, how once it's updated, how we keep it ranking on Google, like literally every single thing that you can imagine, how we make money on our website, our different strategies for that, the different ways that we do that. Like literally every single thing that goes into the actual website side of things. We are huge content calendar users over here. Like the entire team survives off of a content calendar. So we really dive deep into that. I don't know. Basically, it's just such a good groundwork for getting your website started. And if you even started it, but like kind of just you don't have a strategy, like it just is like goes very nitty gritty into why we do the things that we do. And why I say that I wish this was the first course that I took. If I would have taken a course like this at the very beginning, it would have made my process even faster than it already was, because once you learn the information in this course, you will never ever think about your blog in the same way. Like the entire way that you think about your website is different because of that like science behind every detail that we put into that course. So that's the first one I recommend. I think that course is really good if you are brand new to starting your blog, or if you have a blog for a while and aren't getting traffic and don't know SEO strategies. This course is like basically surrounded around our SEO strategies, which help us rank on Google, and Google's super hard to rank for, and like over 50% of our traffic comes from Google. So that is super exciting, and this is like, I love that course. Then we have Perfecting Pinterest. So Pinterest is I mean, again, if you watch my videos, you know I always say this. If you're starting a blog, you need to get on Pinterest. It is the only social media platform out there that people go to specifically to go to a website. On Instagram, you can put your links in your stories, but then like the actual amount of people that go from your stories to your website is like basically non-existent. Same with TikTok. There's not a place where you can put your website besides on your actual TikTok page. And think about you being on TikTok, how many times you actually click on the person's website that is on their profile? Probably never. But Pinterest, people are clicking on Pinterest and like maybe not right away, but you know, like the whole reason of Pinterest is to click to people's website. And the reason why you want to get on why you want to get on Pinterest is because the faster that you can get traffic to your website, the faster you can get into an ad company. So we're with Mediavine, and you have to have a certain number of page views to get to Mediavine. So by using Pinterest to get people to your website, that's the fastest that you can make money. Now, Pinterest is a BITCH to use. They're constantly doing algorithm changes. It is very hard to rank for, and again, like it sounds annoying, but you'll understand if you've taken these courses or if you know just like the behind the scenes of blogging. It is a strategy. So we go over every single thing that we do within Pinterest. How many pins we make, how far in advance we schedule the pins, how we write our captions, how we save the photos, the colors that we use, the words that we write, our scheduling system. Did I already say that? I don't know, but we have a very specific scheduling system to make sure that we are not spending all day and all night on Pinterest. We spend about an hour-ish a week on Pinterest, and it has literally fueled our website. Now I'm at the point where like we have eggs in different baskets, so we have traffic coming in from different places. But Pinterest was the reason that we made money when that first 2 years that I started the website, because I was able to rank so quickly on Pinterest that I had like thousands and thousands and thousands of people coming to our website, which allowed me to get into the ad network and start earning money. So this is so critical in getting that first income stream coming. Like I said, Pinterest is and so this course basically saves you so much time in just figuring out the platform, because it is very, very difficult. So if I was taking courses in order, I would do Perfecting Blogging first and then Perfecting Pinterest, but really you could swap those two. Like it doesn't actually matter, but I would do Perfecting Blogging first and then Perfecting Pinterest. Those two courses play together so well. Like if you take both of those two courses like right away when you're starting your blog, oh my gosh, you will literally be golden. Like basically all of the knowledge that I learned in the first 2 years of having a blog, which when you say 2 years out loud doesn't sound like a lot of time, but when you're in it and you're grinding hard, 2 years is like so long. You will save yourself months and months by getting both of those courses instead of spending like the 2 years that I spent learning all of that. And if you're on Pinterest already and you're just not seeing results at all, I also highly recommend this course. And then lastly, we have our newest blogging course, and that is Perfecting Email. So Perfecting Email, we just launched like 2 months ago, and this course is so intense. Our email system is so complicated. So we have well over 100,000 email subscribers, and it has taken us literally 3 years to figure out our email strategy and nail it down. When I say it's complicated, it's literally so complicated. So if you are a brand new blogger, I absolutely do not recommend you taking this course. Like you need to already know SEO and Pinterest and getting people on your website before diving into this. This is one of my most vivid memories from this whole entire business really, is Sarah and I were at a coffee shop. Sarah's like my right hand person in this business, and her and I were at the coffee shop figuring out this email system, and it was like an out-of-body experience. Like why it's so complicated is because there's tagging systems, there's sequences, there are automations, there's welcome sequences, how you write your first email. So we're setting up, it's not just like, okay, we want this person to go here. It's like you have to set up rules on like this person can move to this automation once this happens and this and this and this. So we're setting up this complicated like table of things, and Sarah and I just look at each other once we're done and we're like, how did we actually do this? Like, how did we actually do this? So this course goes over all of that, from initially how we get people on our email list to once they're on our email list, how to get them to stay on our email list, and be a very valuable platform for them, not just a annoying email newsletter. Like, our newsletter probably makes up 5% of our entire email strategy. It is unreal how much we utilize email and how much it generates for us income-wise, but it's really complicated. So this course we spent, like, this course was the longest course that it took us to write because it is so, how many times, take a shot every single time I said complicated, but because it is so complicated, we needed to get it super, super micro to make sure that we hit every single step. And we've had like amazing results from it from people that have already taken the course. But it's intense. It's really good though. It is really, really good. Especially, like, I keep saying this, I guess I just made all of these courses something like, if I could go back and teach myself what I should have known, that's what these courses are. Like, they're me looking back and being like, okay, Sophie, you need to do this and you need to do this, and if you would do this, you would rank way, way faster, and if you do this, Google will not like that, so do not do that. And if a Pinterest algorithm changes, you need to do this, like those type of things. So they're basically a process of what we do, how we do it, when I started doing it, and goes through every, like, when I say now all of those courses go through basically every single thing that we do within our business, it is very, very true. So each of our courses are constantly updated. If there's an algorithm change, how we usually handle algorithm changes is we will change something on our end and test it out for like 2-ish months. And then once we see results from it, then we'll update the courses. The reason that we wait for that 2-month period is because we are constantly testing things out, like literally always testing things out. And so before we go and change and make like everyone who's taking the course, because all of the updates are obviously free, like once you buy it, you have it forever. We want to make sure it's actually worth doing. I guess that would be really bad if we told you something that was just an absolute fail. So we test it out, make sure that it's worthwhile, and then we update the course. But the course is always, all of the courses are always completely updated with our strategy that we are doing. And then when you purchase any course, whether it's 1 course, 2 courses, 3 courses, all, you know, whatever it is, you get access into our Facebook group. And the Facebook group is the best community ever. I like survived on Facebook groups when I was first starting my website, because anytime I had a question, I would just like put it in there. And this group is so good. It's such a community. So I'm in there answering questions, but even more, the community is helping answer questions. And if you ask something, you can get an answer in like 5 minutes. It's insane and it's the best. And I'm so proud of the community that we have formed there. So that's a little bit about all of the By Sophia Lee blogging courses. I am just such a sucker for courses, and I think they're so powerful. So I think it's good to do your research. Whether you buy the courses or not, it's good to do your research, figure out if it's for you or not, and it just helps grow your business so much faster. I cannot harp on that enough. So that wraps up this week's blogging video. I hope to see you at next week. Make sure to subscribe to our email newsletter. The link will be in the description, and I will see you at next week's video.